Hey guys, Cliff from Time Machine Transport. So I wasn't going to do a video on this, but we're selling that trailer and my box and everything. I didn't want to pull that shit off, so I bought a couple cheap boxes on Amazon. So got them all mounted. Not bad. I thought because they were kind of flimsy, I didn't think they were going to fucking stand up, but they did. Anyways, you have to go up underneath there. I had this stock in the shop. I had a bunch of this C channel, and I'm gonna wipe it all off. But the best way to do this is if you have a box already, go off of your support there and your support there. And then what I did was, so these are 3-foot boxes, so I had to shim it out. So I cut this down and I put a piece of aluminum in there because I had to shim it out a little bit more. And then I lucked out because I had these old shelves in the shop, and I was able to put them underneath to support it, and I painted it obviously, but I used all grade A bolts for the most part. And then I just ran some in the bottom there and there and there, but I did it on both sides. So if you guys can, I hope they hold up. I'm only going to put my straps and my ratchets in here, and all my blankets being here, my 4-foot ladder. So that's the name of the box company. They're I'm not too disappointed with it, to be honest. But now, because I'm not taking off my tarp rack, I keep my 4-footers in the headache rack. But what I did was I took kind of measurements off of that one. So what I'm going to do is I actually, because I had like 10 of these and they're all 80 inches. So what I did was I wanted to cut 36-inch pieces on both of those, and I already painted the backside and everything, so when I put it on, when I go up underneath on the cross members, it's not gonna rust as fast. So what I did was I measured over, because I got an idea for securing all 4 tarps, because I've had tarps clipped on me in the past. So I see the mark up there on the cross member. So what I did was I measured over, and you could take your own measurements, but I want to actually have the bottom of the rack come out here, and then I'll show you what my idea is. So what I did was, again, just went ahead and measured over. You try to go on this side of the beam if you can, because you got to shim it out if you go on that one, and that's how it worked out on the other side, unfortunately. So just so I don't have to cut these down, I went exactly what the length on them was. So I got 80 inches on that. So I already sketched it out. I'm just going to have one of these come down there, and then another one come down here, and then it's going to be like a T, and then I'm just going to put a couple of these on, then I'll paint everything when it's on. But I have an idea, like I said, hopefully how I can put something in there to block anybody from stealing my tarps. So anyways, that's kind of what I'm doing here. So what I did was I had these not old, but I had these leftover bolts from when I did my skid plate on that trailer there, and a bunch of drill bits that I have, and then you got to sharpen them. If you don't know how to sharpen a drill bit, you should actually learn, because I've actually tossed a lot of these out in the past, and I could have fucking saved me hundreds of dollars, I'm sure. So what I did was I took 3 different size bits to make those big holes for the bolts that I'm putting in. So I started off with a smaller one, drilled through, then I went with the second one, drilled through, and then I went with the big one and drilled through. I wouldn't try to drill a hole that massive with a excuse me, a cordless drill. It's just a lot easier to do it that way. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that side. I'm going to put you on pause, and then I'm going to go ahead after I drill that side. I'm going to put the two pieces in, bolt them down, and then we'll continue from there. All right, guys, got them mounted up. Same thing on this side. I wasn't going to do a video on it, but I've never done this before, so I mean, I've done it before with the toolbox, but I never really created my own tarp rack. So put you on pause. My next move is going to be, I'm going to cut one and go like a T from right to left, and same thing on that side, left to right. And that'll be the base right there. Put you on pause. All right, guys, so what I did was I got my little T-pieces ready, and then I went ahead and painted everything before I bolted down. That way it's gonna rust, but it's not gonna rust as fast. I guess it's a little bit of protecting in there. So I'll go ahead and mount these and put you on pause. All right, guys, got those pieces on. I'm using Schedule A bolts for the most part. If you can, use those. But so far so good. It's coming together. So put you back on pause. I'm going to run my long pieces now. Hey guys, so I'm going to go ahead and paint this thing. This is going to be a part 1 of part 2 videos. I got a bunch of steel beams similar to this. I think I'm going to use those because I want to save some of these for my pipe stakes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them. I'm going to slide them into the track, and we'll just go from there. So this is part 1 of 2 videos. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.